marriage in your 20s. Ooh. Marriage in your 20s. So, do I want kids? Losing and making friends. Such an interesting topic. Social media, influencer culture, and do I want to be an influencer full time?
I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, but I want you.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, Simply Kee Samone. If you are new here, I want to say welcome, and if you're returning, I want to say welcome back. Here on my channel, I talk all things mindset, growth, and lifestyle, and today we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me, girl. A full chit chat. Get ready with me. So I'm going to be doing my makeup. We're going to get dressed. I'm going to show y'all everything I'm wearing, fragrance, all of that stuff, and then we're also going to get into some good girl chat topics. We're gonna be talking about marriage in your 20s. We're gonna talk about having kids. We're gonna talk about losing friends. We're gonna talk about social media. We're just gonna get to girl chit chatting, okay? Before we hop into the juiciness, if you are new here and you have never seen me, hi, hello, welcome. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post another video like this one. And then also do not forget to slide on over to Instagram and follow me there at _Kee Samone, and the same on TikTok. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the girl chat. I'm feeling cute, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, welcome back again. Today I'm doing a chit chat. Get ready with me, and honestly, I just have some topics. I wrote down some random topics that I feel like are I wouldn't say hot topics, but hot topics for a woman my age, or women that would be part of my community. So like I said, we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me, girl talk edition. So I just wrote down a couple of topics that I feel like are really hot life topics, and then just elaborate on them in my own personal life. I don't know if you all can relate to anything that I'm going to be talking to, but be sure to drop down in the comments if you do hear a topic that you relate to, just so that like I can know your personal opinion and we can start a conversation about it and stuff like that. I have a mirror here and a mirror here in front of me, so if I'm looking around and I'm like, just know I'm still paying attention. I'm trying. Anytime I do a chit chat, get ready with me, like, I don't know if it's apparent on camera, but it is very much so difficult, okay, for me to talk, stay on topic, and do my freaking makeup. So we are gonna try today. All my makeup products that I'm using are gonna be linked down below, and yeah, let's just hop into it. So the first topic that I wanted to get into was marriage in your 20s. Ooh, marriage in your 20s. So if you didn't know, I'm 29 years old and I will be 30 next month, October. October 29th, I will be 30, which is freaking insane to even think about and to just have sizzling in my spirit, because y'all, what the heck, like where did life go, where did years go? But anywho, so I am married. February 2024 I'll be celebrating my 5-year wedding anniversary, and since I'm 29 now, I got married when I was 25, going on 26. So I got married when I was 25 going on 26, and honestly, if you would have asked me at that time if I thought that I was too young to get married, I would have said absolutely not. And not that I think that getting married in your 20s is too young now, but if you are a person in your 20s and you want to get married, please make it because you feel like that you've reached a point in your life to where you complete yourself and you're ready for somebody to add on to. Not because you're lonely, not because you know, see a lot of people talking about relationship goals on, you know, social media and all that stuff. Like, please don't be fooled by these celebrity and influencer couples. Y'all do not know what's going on behind the scenes, okay? So I would say if you are in your 20s and you are thinking about marriage, just make sure that you are healed from, you know, past relationship trauma. And I'm not going to say healed, because healing is a journey, healing is a process, and there's no way that you can like 100% guarantee that you're going to be healed in a certain amount of time. Or healing is a journey. Like, you're going to continue to heal. There's going to be things that you think you've healed from, and then triggers come up out of nowhere. So just be on a healing journey, I'll say that. Anything that's major life issues or things, definitely make sure that you are healing from it in some form or fashion. Y'all, I just found out this new hack for laying your brows. There we go. Please don't call me ghetto, okay? Y'all, have y'all ever used got to be glued to lay y'all lashes? I mean, not y'all lashes, but y'all brows. Like, who knew? I saw a lady getting ready in a TikTok or a reel, and she used it, and I was like, hello. So yeah, but anywho, yeah, just make sure you're in a place of healing. And if you do have any past trauma, that you are like on your way. We don't marry people to complete us. We marry people to add to. You know, when you're ready to build with someone, when you truly feel like that you are best friends with someone. Because I'm sorry, I've heard people say like it's weird for people to be best friends with their significant other, in which that's crazy to me. Because on those days when y'all are not beefing, but you know, on those days when you have those little arguments or those little disagreements, or if there's a day where like your person is just not as, I don't know, sexy, romantic, or whatever, like, above all else, because it's not always going to be like romance and flowers and, you know, all of this, all of that, it's not always going to be that. So you have to make sure that the person is your friend, because in those hard times where y'all are not lovey-dovey, booed up, like, are y'all gonna be able to withstand the test of time? Like, you have to be able to know that. And I don't feel like that you can do that if the person is not your friend. Like, it's just not, it's not given that. It was never given that. But yeah, no, make sure that y'all are actually friends, and make sure that this is somebody that you can love them in their dark times. Like, I know a lot of people, they see potential in people when they get married, and they're like, you know, oh, this isn't my perfect person, but you know, I do see potential and I feel like I can change this person. Some people do that whole, oh, I want to create or perfect this woman or perfect this man. No, if they are not who you want them to be at that moment in time, like if you was to marry them tomorrow and however they are, like, just take out any type of growth, every flaw that they have right now, everything that they, you know, everything that they do that gets under your skin, gets under your nerves, are you able to live with that? Can you live with that? If the answer is no, like, you sit down and you write down a whole bunch of lists of stuff. If this person was to never change, if this person was to remain the same from this day forward for the rest of my life, could I deal with that? Because you have a lot of people that get married young and then they evolve so much, and the person that they are with is not evolving, okay? And everybody does not evolve and grow and, you know, do personal development and heal from certain things. Not everybody does that on like the same type of schedule, and they're not supposed to. But if that person didn't change or didn't elevate, would you be able to still deal with that? Like, you really have to look at things super long term. Like, do y'all have the same like parenting styles or career goals? Do y'all, even talk about kids at all? Do y'all talk about owning a home? Do y'all talk about, where you want to raise your family if y'all want one? Like, you have to have the deepest, toughest conversations. Like, you have to think worst case scenario and put that shit on the table in conversations, okay? Because one thing that I will say, and I feel like that we've just, like, I don't know, are we still in our honeymoon phase? I would say, like, we're out of our honeymoon phase, but we're in our learning and growing together phase. I feel like we've done so much learning and growing together as it is, but I knew that my wife wasn't a static person and wasn't somebody who, wanted to settle in life for anything. And I needed someone like that. Because I'm the same way. There's no way that I would have been able to marry someone who is just comfortable with anything. Because I'm not comfortable with anything, okay? I always look for ways to just perfect. I don't want to say perfect, but ways to grow, ways to learn, things that interest me. I'm not afraid to try them. And I want to build wealth, build a life, build generational wealth, be able to give my children things that I did not have growing up. And, that's just that on that. I had to marry someone who matched that energy. So all in all, super long explanation, but just make sure that you're marrying your best friend. You're marrying someone who is equally yoked. And if they're not equally yoked, I would say, like, financially, career-wise, do they have a plan for themselves to elevate? Like, if they're in school right now and they're not working but learning full-time, like, what's the plan? Do y'all's long-term and short-term goals align with each other? I would say that there's absolutely nothing wrong to get married in your 20s, but it's a lot of people that don't have any of that stuff figured out or thought about in their 20s, and I think that that's what makes it kind of like if you get married in your 20s, because a lot of people don't have that stuff figured out. So that's my take on that about getting married in your 20s. I don't regret getting married in my 20s because I feel like I've always been a relationship type person. I've had periods of time in my life where I was single as an adult. And so, and I've, dated, like, I don't think any of my exes have ever been the same. All of my exes are, like, completely different. So I feel like I've shopped around, if you will. And then, not only people that I've, like, exclusively dated, but people that I've just talked to and got to know and things like that. So just make sure that all of those things are checked off, and just know that it is work. It is most definitely work. Whenever y'all hear the old heads talking about marriage is work and all this stuff, they are not lying, okay? I love my baby to death, and every day that I wake up with her is a blessing. And I don't take for granted the work that it takes. Oh, I don't want to make this crusty. You know what? I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna leave them brows alone. But I don't know if I really like them. Every time I get on camera and do my makeup, I be missing sometimes. Okay, I be missing. But anywho, yeah, just make sure that all of those things are in a row. Like, you don't have to have everything together, but you need to know something. You need to know something. So yeah, that's my take on getting married in your 20s. I did it, and it's working out for me. So yeah. Kids. This is a great topic. Do I want kids? Like I said, I am going to be 30 next month, and majority of the women my age, actually, I'm not even going to say the majority, because I feel like I've seen a shift from when our parents were younger to now about the age range of parents, because I feel like more and more people, like, although there is a lot of people my age that have children already, there's also a lot of people that don't have children already. And I've been noticing that that people are making the conscious effort to not have kids yet, or not the conscious effort to not have kids, but they're putting intention on waiting to have kids. For one, me personally, I my mom just recently asked me, you know, about kids. I don't want to say this recent, but I think this was in April or May. She asked me about kids, and my answer was not yet. Yes, I do want kids, but kids is not my priority right now. It's just not, and that's just the truth of it. There was a time in my 20s, well, there was a time in my teens and a time in my 20s where being a mom and getting pregnant was like my number one, what I really wanted to do. Like, I don't think that no more. Like, I don't feel that way anymore. For one, the cost of living is in freaking insane. Like, some of my friends that have kids, I be like, girl, like, in my head, I just be thinking about like stuff that me and my wife do for each other, and like just the stuff that we need, or the stuff that we, oh my god, this mirror is so dirty. Y'all don't judge me. But anywho, like the stuff that we need and the stuff that we, you know, just for everyday living, bills, food, clothes, shoot, even buying for our dogs. Sometimes I'd be like, y'all need to get a job. Like, I'm trying to figure out how are my friends making it work? Like, how? Like, sometimes it makes me feel like, shoot, life be getting a little stressful. My kids, aka my dogs, be stressing me out, and they're expensive. How the heck am I supposed to raise children? So, like, I be going back and forth with that. And then, like I said, the cost of living is insane. I don't know what Uncle Sam, the government, the world, all this stuff, like, how do y'all expect folks to do this? Like, how I think about that a lot, but then I also, you know, reassure myself and think to myself, like, your motherly instincts will kick in when you do have kids. So like, whenever I feel like life be getting stressful, but then I think about, you know, well, you know, life gets stressful for anyone with or without kids. Like, that, you can't get away from having stress in life. Like, it's just going to happen. Like, that's just kind of like that's just how life is, really. But yeah, no, goals right now are more important than kids. My outlook is, and that's one thing that my mom told me, you can't just wait for the perfect time to have kids, like, until certain goals are accomplished, and you shouldn't put a date on having kids. And my whole thing is, I'm not putting a date on having kids. It's just that there are things that I know I want to do before I have kids. And I know that a lot of older women and women my age, they're like, girl, you are on a time clock, like a time crunch. Like, you're not 22 anymore. Like, it's not, oh, I'll have kids when I have kids. Like, no, you're on this time crunch. And I'm like, baby, is you gonna have these kids? Like, who says that I had to have kids in my 20s? Like, for example, I think my wife's mom was 30 something when she had her. All right, my wife is 33 and her mom is in her early 70s, okay? And I've graduated high school with people with older parents. I don't necessarily know, actually, no, I do know a few older parents that are my age. Like, they're not, well, not my age, a couple years older than me, but have just had new babies. And I'm just like, yo, I don't want to be a parent when I'm old, blah, blah. No, baby, I don't care about being an older parent. I honestly feel like being an older parent is a benefit to myself and my kids because I have more life experience. And even though having children, like, you learn as you go, like, it's never gonna be, oh, I got this thing figured out. There's no handbook on how to have kids and all of this stuff. I get that. I know that. I understand. But my whole thing is, if I can make things easier for myself and for my kids, just because I am older, I am more established, I have the means and finances to do certain things, and to be able to spend time with them and pour into them and not be breaking my back like a dog, I'm gonna do it. And so when it comes to the whole time aspect of, well, you know, you're getting older, you only got a certain amount of years left before, you know, it's gonna be harder to have kids. My whole thing is, if God is meant, you know, if God is meant to, or if it's in God's will and meant for me to have kids, then I'm gonna have kids. And then if it's not, I just won't. Like, look, I'm just being honest. Like, I used to think about it as like, oh my gosh, you know, I can't wait to have kids. I wanted to have kids at this certain time in my life. But now I'm just like, no. Now, granted, clearly I'm a lesbian. I'm married to a woman. So it's not like I'm just gonna wake up one day and accidentally be pregnant. Like, you know, any of my friends might, like, oh my gosh, we got pregnant. Like, I actually have to put, you know, a lot of planning and intention and effort into getting pregnant, which, when God puts that on my heart and my wife's heart, then we'll move forward with that. But right now, there's just things that we want to do. And if it's meant for us to have kids, we will have them. That's just how I feel. But I have no regrets on not having kids yet. I'm enjoying being the fine auntie, like, period. I'm enjoying being the fine godmother and the friend that's holding it down in this no child world while they're going to their kids' games and going to recitals and all that stuff. And like I said, I still do want to have kids. By no means am I saying I don't want to have kids. By no means am I saying, you know, kids are out of the question, because I think having kids is going to be fun. I don't know. Something about it makes me excited. Like, we're going to be able to get this young person up and going in life, and just watching them transform and watching them develop their own personal style, and also thinking about things that, you know, I wanted to change about my childhood, that I want to do differently, and like things that my wife wants to do differently or change about her childhood. Like, let me try to do this good, Lord. There's things about child. Anywho, there's things about both of our childhood that we would like to do differently in, you know, our childhood, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to experience that. I feel like, honestly, I would be a great mother. There's been times where I've like questioned, like, damn, I be seeing what my friends be going through and like family goes through, and I be like, damn, am I even cut out for it? But I don't doubt that I'm not. I feel like I just have a very motherly, nurturing spirit. With the wisdom that I've grown to get, and like just things that I've learned over the past decade, I feel like that I would make a great mother. Just personally. And if God finds it in my life, in my plans to make that happen for me, then he will do so. Okay? All right. Losing and making friends. Such an interesting topic. I've seen like a lot of videos online and TikToks and think pieces about making friends as you're older, especially women. And I'm talking about like mid to late 20s and your 30s. making and keeping friends, why we're losing friends at the rate that we are. You know, if that for you, if that's even, you know, relevant for you. I feel like, just me personally, in my life experience, I'm used to becoming detached from people, like, not, how do I want to say this? I'm used to not necessarily attaching myself to people, like, to be super duper attached. Like, I would be sick if they left my life. And while it's fine and dandy to, you know, have learned that trait of to being detached, just for your own personal benefit, just so you know you won't get hurt and all of these things. But I was a military brat growing up, so I had no choice but to learn to not be super attached to my friends. Now, I will say that I've had, you know, specific friends, like specific people sprinkled into every different location that I've lived in, where they were like my best friend there, and I kept in touch with them after I left. But it was never like I kept in touch with my whole friend group, and I'm talking about just middle school and high school. Of course, like, I would follow people on social media. Like, as we got older, like, we may find each other on social media and stuff like that. But honestly, I kind of got numb to the whole moving and leaving friends, because that was just my reality growing up. I didn't grow up in one city, you know, where everybody had the same friends, and, you know, everybody had the same friend groups, and, you know, you knew the same people from high school all the way down from kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? So I never really had that experience. And so I feel like that's why, for me, I've never, like, I was okay with being alone. I was okay with not being a part of a certain friend group. I was okay with not always fitting in, because that was my reality sometimes, and I just had to get used to that, honestly. But as an adult, or no, as a child, it's so easy to make friends, because, you know, y'all all are in school, y'all are all the same age group, like, most of everybody has the same things in common, or you can easily find somebody who has something in common. But as an adult, you have to make effort to keep these friendships alive. You have to make effort to reach out. You have to make effort to spend time. And with people dealing with real life, relationships, kids, career, following their dreams, their mental health, their family, like, it's just so much different things that go into maintaining, or it's so many different things that go into life, period. And maintaining your friendships sometimes gets put on the back burner, honestly. And you just have to remind yourself to make the conscious effort to maintain that. And I feel like us as millennials, like, that I don't give a F culture, the whole no new friends culture, the whole, you know, one thing happens and I'm about to cut you off type stuff, like, it makes it even harder to keep your friends, to keep and make friends. And then also there's people that are scared to, you know, put themselves out there, because let's face it, as we grow, like, we go through college and we have, like, our college friends, we have our high school friends, we have our work friends, we have all of these different people in our life that was there for something, you know. And as we grow and evolve, we start to realize that we probably don't even have the same things in common anymore, but we just, you know, stay in contact with this person merely because of time, merely because of, you know, how long we've known each other, what this person knows about me, and things like that. And in some instances, I feel like that's fine, because you don't have to have a friend, like, your best friends or the people that you hang out with, like, they don't have to like everything that you like, because let's face it, like, that's impossible. Like, it's completely impossible. And if you do, hold on to them, girl. hold on to that bestie. If y'all have everything in common, that's cool. But it's just not realistic to have all of your friends satisfy every facet of your life. So it's okay to have friends for different things. I feel like that's another reason why making and keeping friends, or not losing friends, gets a little difficult, because people sometimes they just get really in their emotions and their feelings about not being included in everything that you're doing, even though like it's never any hard feelings, or it's never you purposely keeping someone out of something. Sometimes stuff just don't match, like stuff just don't. All right, y'all, so my camera overheated, and I also went ahead and changed the battery in my camera. So if the lighting has changed and everything has changed, then my bad. The only thing that I did while my camera was cooling down was put on eyeliner, which I probably wasn't going to be able to do that talking anyway, so yeah. But yeah, y'all, my contour is harsh as girl, what the hell? Anywho, we gonna try to buff out this contour. I told y'all, doing my makeup and talking, like who the heck, who? Maybe I should just do it more. Maybe that's what it is. But back to what I was saying, talking about friends, it's no way possible that you could have one friend for everything. Like having like your bottom bitch friends, like, and excuse my language for saying bitch, I'm not calling anybody a bitch or any of my friends a bitch or anything like that, but bitch. But yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like having friends that don't all have the same interests as you, having friends that have like kids and you don't, like there should just be some type of like variety in your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking for the same exact friends, or you're looking for someone who is just going to be like a reflection of you. Like it's just so unrealistic. And as we get older, I think that that's why women have so many issues making or keeping friends, is because we fail to realize that life be lifing, and you know, friends aren't perfect. Just like the people that you're in relationships with, friends aren't perfect. Friends are going through things just like you are, and as much as we want people to be there for us in every season of life and to fulfill everything that we would hope that they would fulfill, like it's just unrealistic. And I feel like once you take that unrealistic outlook off of having friends and what friends are for, then it kind of makes things so much easier. Like it takes pressure off people, because let's be honest, well, I'm just gonna be honest and speak for myself. Sometimes in the past I felt like super bad for when I couldn't attend something, or if I had something personal going on and I wasn't up to doing something, or if I had some type of like financial thing going on and I, you know, maybe didn't have the coins to show up for a friend. Like I've always felt so bad if I couldn't do something for my friend or do something with my friend, or, you know, I just always think of my friend first out of fear of losing what we have as a friendship. And one thing that I've learned over the years is that you can try to do everything perfect, or be the perfect friend, or do the perfect friend, you know, do the perfect friend things, but you have to take care of yourself. And if your friends don't understand that, and like if you've always been there for them and you've been a good friend and you've, you know, been through the test of times, y'all have been through ups and downs, and you know, there may be some points in your life or certain seasons in life where you need to pull away to better yourself. If your friend does not understand that, or, and mind you, you have to do your due diligence and communicate that. Now, communication is key. If you don't have it in you, no, if your friend doesn't have it in them to understand where you're coming from when you're going through certain things, or when you may have done something wrong and you just explain, like, you know, maybe I was triggered in this moment, or, you know, I got this and this going on, so I ain't gonna be able to show up for you, but, you know, I love you, can we do something at a different time? Or, you know, whatever the case may be, you have to give your friends the same grace that you would like for them to give you. You need to realize that we are all grown, and yes, it does take a lot of intention and effort to be there for your friends and do for your friends, but also know that, just know that everybody is taking life one day at a time. Another thing is that I think that once you change and you start to grow and evolve, you may see things in some of your friends that you know, resonated with you in the past that don't quite resonate with you now. I'm not saying that means that y'all can't be friends, but maybe you just need to place this person in a different section of your life. I don't like the whole cutting, just up and cutting people off. Like, I don't really like that. And typically, unless it's like something that's just unspeakable, out of the question, and I'm just like, girl, you tried it. I don't know. I would rather talk about it. I would rather try to get some understanding and try to get some clarity, because 9 times out of 10, unless somebody like directly stabbed you in the back, most friend disagreements be misunderstandings. Like, unless somebody like straight up blatantly, all right, took you out on something, it'd be misunderstanding, honestly. And I feel like if you can forgive people that you're in relationships with that, you know, do things that's 10 times worse than what a friend could possibly ever do to you, then you can most definitely take, why am I using that? Then you can most definitely take the time to speak to your friend and, you know, try to make some things work. Try to get some things together. Okay. I think we have, I don't know. I don't know what my contour and my blush and all that is doing, but I don't know. We just gonna roll with it, y'all. I'm just going out for errands to take some, hopefully take some pictures, because I want to post some pictures on my Instagram, and then grab some food, and that's really about it. So yes, but yeah, friendships, I feel like that friends, like, they come and go. They're here in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But I just want people, and I don't even know how I started this. I don't know how my friend topic is even going right now, but my outlook on friends, or why it's hard for women to make friends and keep friends, is because they are not, I don't know, they're just have these unrealistic expectations of their friends. And I see on social media when people be like, oh, that's just a cop out, like, you just don't want to be a good friend. Like, I've seen people going back and forth, like, being the low maintenance friend, and people saying, well, if you're the low maintenance friend, that's just an excuse for you to be a lazy friend or to not care and all this other stuff. And it's crazy, because anybody who has ever been super close to me, or anybody who I have ever considered like, you my dog, like you are my person, you're my friend, they know that. And you can never take away what somebody has done for you or been to you. And I feel like if you can't see past a temporary situation or a temporary hump in our friendship, and outside of everything that, you know, I've done for you, or not saying that I would be rubbing that in anybody's face, but I'm saying, like, is the whole friendship worth one situation? You know what I'm saying? Or do you just feel a certain feeling in the moment? Like, is the feeling gonna last? Like, are you still gonna miss your friend after that? Like, is it worth fighting for? Is it worth putting in the effort? Stop putting unrealistic expectations on people. Some people, honestly, they don't need to talk on the phone every day. I don't need to talk on the phone every day with any of my friends, okay? I know you're alive because I see you posting on social media, okay? I don't like talking on the phone all day, every day. I just don't. There'll be times where I'm in like a sociable talk on the phone mood. And then that's cool. But other than like maybe bi-weekly or weekly check-ins, or talking on social media, girl, we is not gonna be on the phone. I'm sorry, but girl, we is not gonna be on the phone every single day. It's just not. I'm like, are we in high school, middle school? I used to love being on the phone with my friends, like for hours. Like my mom used to be asking me, because I had this, I had a phone time curfew on how long I can talk on the phone with my friends, and my mom used to be like, what do you have to talk about at 10 o'clock at night? And I'm like, the same thing we talk about at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I don't know, she had this whole thing in her mind that like if I talked on the phone late, it means I had to have been talking about something unacceptable. But that wasn't even it. I just like talking to my friends. Now that we have social media, and now that we, just all this everything, it'd be too much for me personally. Like my social battery gets depleted kind of easily when you factor in work, and then you factor in content creation, and then when you factor in family stuff, and then when you factor in me being a whole married woman. First of all, let's get into that. A friend not respecting that you're a married woman, and that there are boundaries there with being married. Like, and I'm speaking for like if your friend is single, is different, okay, than dating someone and being married. It's different. If your friend is married and you're not married, there are some things that you cannot understand as far as where boundaries lie in marriage. And hey, but anywho, yeah, no, I was saying that I can't talk to my friends 24/7. I'm sorry. Social media has ruined my social battery. Maybe getting older and just whatever, like I just don't feel like I have to be talking to people 24/7. I don't. Honestly, I don't know what we could possibly talk about. I mean, I do know what we can talk about, but every single day, because 9 times out of 10 when I talk to my friends, we're on the phone for at least an hour. At least, when we do talk. And so by that time, we done caught up, we done kiki. If I talk to you tomorrow, what the heck we got to talk about? And I'm not talking about texting, because I'll text you. But just being on the phone 24/7 every single day, I can't do it. One thing I am working on though is not letting my anxiety or my social battery keep me from answering the phone, because there was a period of time where I was not, like, I screened every single one of my calls. I don't know if it was, child, I don't know. But that's one thing that I've told myself, I'm not going to do it anymore, because you never know what the person on the other end of the phone is calling for. You never know what they need. But if I do know that I'm, busy, or like I'm mentally just checked out and I can't talk, I will answer the phone. But I will, see what's going on, check in, blah, blah, blah. But then I could go forward with, oh, I don't want to talk. But anywho, all that to say, I'm a low maintenance friend, but I do have friends that are higher maintenance, and I put intention in checking on them and, loving on them in the way that they need to be loved, for me as a friend, but with balance, because like I said, I'm going to make sure that my cup is 100%, and then my friends and family get the overflow, okay? But I do make it apparent to make sure that I check on my friends and, show them that I care about them and love them in different ways. It may be a little way, or it may be a big way, or a grand way, or just speaking words of affirmation or words of life into them. Like, I'm going to always be there for you, be down for you, be there to listen to you and all of these things. But we just not going to be talking all day, friend. I'm sorry. You can send me memes on Instagram, but that's about it. Ooh, child. Okay, y'all. The face is coming together. I hope everything looks okay. I hope everything looks okay. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, social media influencer culture, and do I want to be an influencer full time? I feel like all my topics have been super long. I have more written down, but I just picked one off of the list to finish up with, you know? So as for social media goes, I have a love for social media, but in a way that is beneficial to me. Social media can be like a place of love and hate. Let me make sure my ew. Can y'all see that, the corners of my mouth? I hate when people lip gloss do that. Oh my gosh. Let me get some of this off. Better. Social media to me, not better. Anywho, if y'all see the little strings of my lip gloss, I'm sorry. Try to ignore. But social media to me, it's like a place, love and hate, okay? If social media is misused, it can really deteriorate your mental health. You lose the zest for your own personal life in real life. And you just become delusional, honestly. Like, you become a complete delusion. One thing that I've learned about influencer, or one thing that I guess my opinion on influencers and influencer culture or content creators, is that you have a broad, wide spectrum of content creators and just what they're about, what they do, what they stand for, and it's up to you on who you want to engage with, what you want to engage with, who aligns with you, who inspires you, who motivates you, things like that. Like, that's pretty much how social media goes. Like, what entertains you, you know, who teaches you something, who makes you feel a certain type of way, and all this blase blase. I think that sometimes influencer culture can become toxic in the fact that, like I said, it affects your mental health. There are some mentally unstable people that get so invested in the influencers that they watch that is kind of scary. I just learned a term. OMG, what is it called? I don't have my phone here, but I think it's called like a bipersonal relationship, or a whatever it's called. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen because I just saw somebody comment this term in somebody's comment section on YouTube, a video that I was watching, and I was like, what does that mean? So I looked it up, and it's basically means you know, overexerting yourself or being infatuated with, or like going above and beyond a relationship or a friendship, and that person has no idea who you are. That's what this social media stuff is. That's what this internet stuff is. And not to say that you can't get invested in the people that you watch, or, you know, have like a, I guess, internet relationship built with the people that you watch, because let's face it, we all do. There is some influencers that I love that I feel like are like my homegirls, but not in a unhealthy way that I feel like I can't function in life if this person isn't posting, or I'm not seeing their posts, or I can't live my own life because I'm worried about what this person is doing, or I can't live my own life because I'm too busy comparing myself to the people that I'm watching, or I can't live my own life and be happy because my life doesn't look like theirs. Like, their life is on display and it looks perfect, and my life is nothing like that. Like, I can't get jiggy with that shit. Like, that's when it becomes scary. My thoughts on it is, I would never want anybody to feel that way about me. Like, think that my life is something that it's not, and it's imperfect. But I have a happy life. I have a life that I'm working through a lot of things, you know, personal development. I have bad days. I, you know, go through the same ish that people go through. And I don't think that I've ever wanted to, or tried to, or have portrayed my life to be perfect, because it's not. Like, I don't think I would broadcast all my dirty laundry or air out anything like that, but I will touch on topics that I've gone through if I feel like that it will help someone become better, if that makes sense. I tend to follow influencers that motivate me. I tend to follow influencers that have a similar type of lifestyle, or either a lifestyle that I have no idea about and it's just interesting to me. People that I can relate to on a personality level. Like if I feel like that I could hang out with you in person, that's the type of influencers or social media content creators that I watch. I don't see myself like watching someone that I don't feel like I would have a personal connection with, because you're investing a lot of time into watching these people, and it's weird to me if you don't actually like the person and you are consuming their content, like, and delving yourself into their life, into their content. It's just like in person, like you wouldn't hang out with somebody in real life that you don't really mess with. Why is it the same thing on social media? Like you troll them, you just watch them because you don't like them. Like that's weird. Would I ever become a full-time influencer? Absolutely. I think that I would, for sure. If the money was rolling in the way the money need to be rolling in. But I wouldn't put all my eggs in influencing, because I feel like I guess I would fall more in just the content. I don't know. I don't want to box myself in, so I won't say that. But absolutely. But I will also have other things going on, like be an entrepreneur, invest in things that me and my wife want to invest in. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now I have battled back and forth with like being super transparent and have like inviting people that I don't know into my life, because let's be honest, that is scary. You don't know who's on the other end of the screen watching you, judging you, thinking different things about your life, and the people that are around you and your family members and your loved ones and things like that. So I think that I would be very cognizant on what I share, but I could definitely for sure see myself being a full-time influencer. I just think the personal challenge for me would be to balance my privateness and my private life, because I do value that. Although I have shown a lot on social media, there's just certain things that I probably wouldn't get into the weeds of my life, just to protect myself and to protect my family, honestly. Because some people, they be bearing it all, baby. They be bearing it all. But I would most definitely consider being a full-time influencer, but also an entrepreneur, because I am not the type of person to put my eggs in one basket. I have a certain lifestyle that I see for myself, and in order to do that, I would need to have multiple streams of income, which my wife and I already have multiple streams of income. So, hey, I would most definitely do it. I will not turn down another bag. Why would I do that? That's crazy. Okay, y'all, so that was my extremely long chit chat, get ready with me girl talk. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed. I'm gonna share with you all what I'm wearing, my fragrance, all of that stuff. So if you are, if you came here not just for the chit chat, not just for the topics, and you would like to see what your girl is wearing today, and what fragrance and all of that stuff, and stick around for the full look, then just keep on watching. Today I'm wearing these Steve Madden sandals. These are the Hermes dupes. If y'all have been contemplating getting these, highly recommend, but you may have to size up if you have fatter feet. I had to go 2 sizes up actually. But I'm also wearing these pants from H&M. I got these I think like a year and a half ago, but they are super movable. They're kind of like a linen material, a lot of room in the waist, and just super comfortable for, running around and doing errands. They also are tall girl friendly. I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a good day, and they go all the way past my ankles. So we love that. I paired my H&M pants with this nice, cute little Skims dupe that I got from Amazon. I will definitely have the link down below. I got this in white and black. It's super stretchy, super breathable. It definitely snatches you in. And this might be apparent, or I don't know if they look smaller on camera, but I have bigger breasts. So I'm not wearing a bra with this shirt, and I'm being held in. That should tell you a lot. I'm definitely in a D cup. So, yeah. But the shirt has me snatched, okay? Here are the Fendi dupes. I think they're the Fendi dupes. Are they the Fendi dupes? You may have seen all the girlies on social media getting these. I got these from Amazon as well. They are so cute and they just give luxury. They give, I'm cute, but you can still talk to me. um, I am also wearing these Bottega dupes, and y'all, I had to get these in the gold and the silver. I got these off Amazon. The gold ones I got from Micah's, but I will link them down below as well. They're just so elegant and dainty. I'm also carrying my mini Teffy. This is the brown color. It just wrapped up the outfit perfectly. It matches the slides. My scent is Haram Amber Oud Gold Edition. Y'all, this smells so good. It's like oud, but not super strong. It's like a sweet oud. So if you like oud, or if you don't like it, but you needed like a sweeter touch to go with it, this would be perfect. And this is the completed fit, y'all. I was super comfy. This outfit is very breathable. So in this hot Texas weather, even though it's September, I was definitely cool and was, just comfy and cute. All right, so y'all have seen the outfit. Y'all have seen, me put on my makeup. Y'all heard me talk about the tea and all of these things. So that just about wraps up this video. If there's any topic that I talked about and you can relate on some of the things that I was saying, or you have a difference of opinions, I love to chat with you all down below. If you made it to this portion of the video, I know this video is gonna be super long, but if you made it to this portion of the video, I just thank you so much for sharing space with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And also do not forget to slide on over to Instagram, follow me there at _Kee Samone, and the same on TikTok. And yes, I will just see you all in my next video.